I read around 500 pages a week while studying my history degree at the University of Cambridge. It was academic reading, history books, journals, essays. At first, I thought this was just for my degree. But then something strange happened. My Qur'an memorization got easier. My recollection of it was also easier. I could sit for long periods focused, and I started to realize something powerful. Your mind is a vessel. What you pour into it shapes what you become. When I arrived at Cambridge, I honestly didn't know how to study at all. I thought I did, but as soon as I was hit with that first reading list, I was struggling. I remember my first week. I got a load of books. I ended up lying in bed trying to read it, and within 10 minutes, I fell asleep. I was unable to even read 20 pages. However, by my final year, I was reading 500 pages a week, and that was a minimum. On top of that, I became a father at 20 years old. People used to ask me, how are you doing both? The truth is, at the beginning, everything was scattered. My mind struggled, I got tired quickly, my focus would break very easily. But over time, something shifted in me. The discipline of academic reading became a sort of training ground. I was training my brain to do deep work hour after hour. That same skill carried on into my hifz. You have to understand that retention is a skill that you build. It's not just something that you're born with and you're blessed with. When you read hundreds of pages a week, you are forced to exercise your retention. You're not allowed to just read passively. You're forced to retain key ideas, make mental connections, and review them quickly before supervisions. That exact skill is what you need when you memorize the Qur'an. You have to retain a page, recall it under pressure, and build cumulative memory over months. When I say cumulative, I mean something that is built upon again and again and again. The act of reading widely, even non-Islamic books, stretched my mental capacity. So when I sat with the Qur'an, my brain had stamina. I could hold more, remember more, and also connect more. Again, the ability to focus deeply doesn't just come overnight. It comes from constant repetitions. I didn't get my focus nor willpower because I'm special. I got it from actively working hard and doing the same thing again and again and again. Focus is somewhat like a muscle in that case. So when I came to the Qur'an and I opened it after Fajr, for example, my brain was already trained to sit still. It was trained to absorb and stay locked in for hours. See, memorization is not about finding magical hacks, but it's all about building mental endurance. There's another layer. When your mind is trained to analyze, to reflect, to think deeply, your tadabbur of the Qur'an also grows. You start to notice connections between ayat far more easily. You start to see how Allah speaks in patterns, rhythm, and also meaning. By studying for so long, my brain was receiving a type of ease. Instead of flicking from one piece of information to another on social media, my brain became used to expanding itself and absorbing and sitting on information for long times, for long periods of times, even a week. Often our brains are so bombarded with information we struggle to just think. So here's the lesson. Don't limit your growth to just memorizing the Qur'an. Build a strong vessel. Read, reflect, expand your mental capacity. The Qur'an deserves your best mind. I've actually spent the last few months studying memorization, specifically trying to apply my research to practical hifz. I've carried out surveys, read books on neuroscience, and worked with real people to apply these findings in their own personal journeys. I'm doing a free webinar to display these findings and give them away to you. We'll discuss how you can memorize the Qur'an while living a busy life. As a plus, everyone that joins this free webinar gets 1 week free access to the Barakah Block. The Barakah Block is a company which I've started which specifically focuses on helping Muslim brothers and sisters stay consistent in their memorization with the Qur'an. Even if you work 12 hours a day, look after children all night, or feel like life keeps getting in the way in your Qur'an goals, the Barakah Block is designed to help you stay consistent. Sign up with the link in the description.